Today is Saturday, August 5th, aka SummerSlam Saturday. It is the biggest party of the summer. But I just want to take you back for a second to Thursday, August 3rd. It's WWE SummerSlam Trivia Night with the squad. The excited. Let's do it! Yeah, this isn't sketchy at all. Yeah, it really wasn't sketchy at all. Can you tell that I don't go to bars often or ever? This is like my third Celsius of the day. Your boy is about to be flying. Flying, I tell you. Flying. Anyway, my trivia team for the night consisted of 6 very talented members. Steven Azure, one half of the Even Stevens. Steve Somerset, the other half of the Even Stevens. Steve Somerset's fiance, Amanda. She's not part of the Even Stevens. Well, I guess maybe she is because it's Somerset's fiance, so like by default, is she now a member of the Even? My buddy, Carlo Rice. I did the rock and roll sign because that was his gimmick. He was a rock star, baby. Carlo's fiance, Kristen, was on the team as well. And, you know, not to say I'm saving the best for last or anything, but I was on the team too. You know, I was able to spread my wealth of pro wrestling knowledge across the board to help secure us the W. I'm kidding. The only thing I was really good at, the only category that I absolutely aced was the pro wrestling theme songs. They would like play a little bit of the wrestler's theme song and then you had to guess it. That one, I got every single question right. Humble brag, I guess. But yeah, the 6 of us, we wanted to walk away with the grand prize of the WWE Universal Championship. Is that the name of the title? We wanted to walk away with the Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I swear that's not what it's called. Unfortunately, we didn't win. We came in 4th place out of like 40 plus teams that were there.
Yeah!
We came in 4th place. So, the pro wrestlers lost at Pro Wrestling Trivia Night. Honestly, pretty disappointed. Think I might just quit being a wrestler altogether. You know, I don't think I deserve the title of professional wrestler. Unreal. Unreal. It was fun though. It was definitely fun. I feel like the last few vlogs I've had the same shot of the gym behind me, and it's literally only because I've gotten the same spot every single time. Well, this is different. So my very first SummerSlam memory goes back to SummerSlam 2005. Particularly, I remember watching Shawn Michaels take on Hulk Hogan in just a beautiful match. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It is extremely entertaining. Shawn Michaels bumps around like an absolute maniac. It's just fantastic. But I was about 6 or 7 years old, and obviously I didn't know much about wrestling, but I knew that I was entertained. And honestly, SummerSlam is just one of those pay-per-views that it's fun. Especially thinking about when I was a kid, SummerSlam meant, obviously, summertime, which meant no school. And yeah, it was just a good time. I always liked SummerSlam. And something that I always did as a kid was before the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and I would just do this in general before pay-per-views, I would write out every match and I would circle who I thought was gonna win. So I thought that it would be kind of fun to go back to my 6-year-old self, my 6-year-old roots, and do that same thing. Except this time in a video format. So I'm gonna kind of do like a prediction type deal for the SummerSlam matches that are coming up, and then I thought it would be cool to do another video and see how many I actually got right. So yeah, let's get into it. Just looking up the official match card because I only know like 3 matches that are going on. Okay, so first one is the SummerSlam Battle Royal. I honestly don't know who's in this, and I don't really know why it's happening. Let me read up. I don't know why it's happening. I would imagine it's just to showcase some more talent on the show, and LA Knight is in it. Obviously, LA Knight is my pick. I think the obvious choice is LA Knight because so many people are just obsessed with him. They really, really like LA Knight. So I think it would make sense to have him win because it would just help him build a little bit of momentum because he has not been doing too well in the W department. He hasn't been winning a lot. So LA Knight is my pick for the SummerSlam Battle Royal. Next up, we have Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler with MMA rules. I don't even know what to really make of that. It makes sense because they were both MMA fighters, but I think my pick is gonna be Shayna Baszler because I don't really see Ronda Rousey sticking around for too long. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I have a feeling after this match, if she loses, maybe it'll give her an opportunity to take a little bit of a break. Intercontinental Championship match action with Gunther, and he's taking on Drew McIntyre. First of all, I think it's gonna be a great match. Gunther, he has always put on fantastic matches. This is not new. I actually have a pretty funny story about Gunther. Back when he was on the independent scene in Evolve, I used to do the pre-shows for Evolve. I was on the pre-shows. I was about 18 or 19 when I was on those shows. And one day, one of my friends that I happened to be wrestling with got Gunther's t-shirts delivered to his house, and he was like, hey, Coach and Collins, would you mind giving Gunther, his name was Walter at this point, would you mind giving Walter his t-shirts? You know, we didn't mind. We got to give it to him, and you know, we had kind of a rapport from being on the same show as this guy. But yeah, it was kind of silly. We gave him his t-shirts, and yeah, that was pretty much it. So with that being said, my pick is obviously Gunther because of that connection that we have. But I also have a funny story with Drew McIntyre, which I will tell eventually. I don't know if now is the time. Next up, we have Ricochet and good old LP, Logan Paul. Say what you will about Logan Paul being an outsider, but I mean, I think the guy has done a phenomenal job in the world of professional wrestling. It is not easy to get in the ring and have a match by any means. Now, I think that a win for Ricochet might mean a little bit more. I don't think that Logan Paul necessarily has to win this match. He's the heel going into it. Everybody hates him. He doesn't have to win. I think that this is kind of a must-win for Ricochet because if he loses, where does he go? I don't know. Unless they do some kind of a program, in which case maybe Logan Paul wins with a cheap kind of finish. My pick for this one, though, is gonna be Ricochet. I think that Ricochet needs the win a little bit more than the Logan Paulinator. Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca Belair. I'm just gonna go with Asuka. Asuka is my pick ski for this match. I didn't really have anything interesting to say for this, so I apologize. Seth Rollins versus Finn Bálor. This is a tough one. I'm really not sure how this one's gonna go. My gut is telling me Finn, only because I think that this is less about Seth and more about Finn versus Damian Priest in the future. So I don't know. That I don't really feel good about that one, but I'm gonna say Finn. I'm gonna say Finn. Next up, there's a lot of matches on this card. I'm just realizing as I'm scrolling through my phone with all the matches. We have Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Plain and simple, I think Cody Rhodes is gonna win. And I think that there might be a surprise return, maybe, in the books from Bray Wyatt. So that's my pick. I think Cody's gonna win. Lights go out. Here comes the Fiend, or like Uncle Howard. I don't know. I think that Bray Wyatt is somehow going to come out and be like, yo, Cody, sup, remember me? And of course, the main event of the evening, we have Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. I think Roman. I'm sure a lot of people aren't gonna be happy about that, but it makes more sense for Roman to win. If Jey does happen to win, hypothetically, I don't know where it would go. Who would he feud with? I'm not saying that he's not a main event talent. I think that he's definitely proven that he is fantastic. In this case, Roman is going to walk away with the W. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Top to bottom, those are my thoughts. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how many I get right. And yeah, I'm excited to watch the show, and I hope that you all enjoy the show as well and enjoyed this video. I will be back with another one to see how many picks I actually got right.
It's us again.
It's us again. We're back.